Hello, welcome back to Talk About Strange. You're going to want to stick around. I got another great message for you here. Again, I don't understand why these messages are coming into me. Well, I understand this one now at this point. I've been really busy at my brother's house helping him with his cobblestone. He's turning it into a bed and breakfast. And I got another anonymous email that I thought was really important, and I did get out of work early, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to share this with you. I don't have a lot of updates. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time this week, so I wasn't even planning on doing this, but I just wanted to get this out to you guys, and you'll understand why it was so important that I get this out. The first thing I want to do, though, is I want to address the Sasquatch in the room. You do one Sasquatch show, Bigfoot show, and guess what you get for Christmas? See that, right? So, listen, if it's too on the nose, just, it's my family. What are you going to do? I love them. Anyway, so I hope you guys like it. Let's get on with this story. My name is Amarok. Damn it, here I go again. Why do you send these to me? These names, these words, I can't read them. My name is Amarok. I think I got it. You can share my message on your program. I have not shared any of my personal information with you, other than my name. I am writing you today because I watched you read Wendy's story. I want to say thank you to Wendy for coming forward and giving people like us courage to speak up, and thank you for making a place for us to gather. I am First Alaskan. I believe Wendy's also First Alaskan. That must be like First Nation, First Alaskan. I don't know what that is, but I am hoping that Wendy can help me as soon as I return. Our experience was almost the same. Let me tell you why I say this. I spent time in Prince of Wales Island with my husband in 1989. He was working for a logging company at the time. My husband worked very hard, but he also liked to drink a lot. On the weekend, he liked to go hunting. I went with him because he didn't like to leave me home by myself. I brought food and a book to read. While he was out in the woods, I waited in his truck. This day, he tried to drive the truck as far into the logging trail as he could. He had already been drinking and didn't want to walk that far. But he got the truck stuck in a hole and was very upset. He said, "We will get it out when I get back." He had a bad temper that way, but I wasn't worried. I knew he'd get us out when he got back. This was not the first time he got stuck. It was only about an hour when I heard him fire his gun several times. I thought that was odd because he always said, if you can't kill it with one shot, you are an idiot and shouldn't be out hunting. When he didn't come back straight away, I thought maybe he shot more than one animal. So I still wasn't too worried. But after several hours, I thought something was wrong. I wanted to go look for him, but I didn't want to get shot on accident. So I waited. When it was starting to get late, I decided to call out to him because he was never gone this long. I tried, but he didn't answer me. I knew he wasn't drunk because he left his beer in the truck. I thought maybe he got lost and would be back soon, but he didn't. I was dozing off in the truck when all of a sudden something hit the side of my truck really hard and scared me. I sat up fast and it happened again and again. At first, I thought my husband was back and playing a joke on me. But it didn't make any sense because he loved his truck and wouldn't purposely put dents in it. A rock or something broke through the back window. I decided I'd better try to get the truck out of the hole, even if my husband didn't like me driving it. When I turned on the headlights, I seen it, right there about 20 or 30 feet in front of the truck. I knew what I was looking at instantly, and I knew I was in trouble if I didn't get out of there. He was so big and tall. His shoulders looked like they must be as wide as the truck. His eyes glowed red, and he let out a loud scream that vibrated through the windshield. My foot was all the way down on the gas pedal as hard as I could push it. I tried to drive forward, hoping to run him over, but the truck was too stuck. When I looked back up, he was walking towards me. I got so scared I got out of the truck and started running back in the direction we drove in. I heard him following me. Sometimes it seemed like there was more than one. Somehow I ended up running off the trail and got turned around in the woods. I kept tripping on stuff. I can't tell you how many times I fell down. I stopped to try to figure out where I was and catch my breath for a moment when I smelt it. This awful smell. It made me sick to my stomach and dizzy, kind of like Wendy described. I couldn't seem to get away from it and eventually passed out. I always thought it was from fear, but now I'm not so sure. When I woke up, I was back in the front seat of the truck. Like Wendy, I was very confused. I didn't understand how I got back to the truck. Everything felt not real, like I was stuck in a bad dream. All I could smell was my husband's stinky beer. I realized I was covered in it because the seat, dash, and everything was demolished, including the beer cans. It took me a while to get up the strength to get out of the truck. My insides hurt really bad. I still had my dress on, but I knew what had happened to me. It took me almost 2 days to find my way out of those woods. I went to the first house I saw and asked for help. I must have passed out again because I woke up 2 days later, 2 days later in a clinic. They asked me what had happened, and I told them I was attacked by nonjudmental, Bigfoot. They just told me to get some rest, it was going to be okay, and walked out. Later, when the doctor and nurse, whoever, came back and asked me if I remembered anything yet, I said yes and told them again. I asked why they didn't believe me. They said because I was obviously very drunk. My clothes were covered in alcohol. I told them I don't drink, but they didn't believe me. They thought I was out with the local boys and things got out of hand or something. When the sheriff stopped, I told him the same thing, and he just smiled and said he understands that I'm very upset. I told him to go look for my husband in his truck, hoping that would prove it. They said they already did because I kept telling them when I was half unconscious, but the truck was gone, and they found no signs of my husband or anything I described. I finally stopped telling them because I was afraid they were going to lock me up in a hospital or put me in a mental institution. It was only a few weeks before I realized I was pregnant. I didn't know what to do. I was scared and alone. For a long time, my sister and I didn't talk because she didn't like my husband. But I went to her anyway. When I told her, I was surprised that she believed me. She helped me through the whole thing, right up until I had my baby boy. Like Wendy said, her daughter was very hairy when he was born, but not as bad as you might think. He wasn't born in a hospital. We didn't have any money to do the things that Wendy was able to do. He did have to shave very young, though, and was always homeschooled. My boy grew very big. He was at least 7 foot tall and very muscular, at least the last time I saw him. Like Wendy's daughter, he was very strong and could run really fast. He had many senses he didn't like to talk about because he said it made him feel like a freak. When he turned 24, he decided to go find what he called his people. He said they were looking for him anyway, and it was better if he found them first. I haven't seen him since. It's been 9 years. Whew. But I've decided it's time for me to go find him. I have to know if he's okay. My husband now is a professional hunting guide, and he doesn't drink. Him and a couple of his friends are going to help me find my son. I know where to start looking. I will find him. And if he is willing to come home, maybe Wendy can help him too. I will contact you as soon as we return. Thank you for helping us. Amarok. If you can hear me right now, don't go. Don't go out there. I mean, for crying out loud, do not go out there. You didn't give me an email address, so I can't email you back. No contact information. It was anonymous. But, just for your own safety, I would say don't go. Or, I get that they're professional. Your husband now is a professional, but you're taking a hell of a risk going out there, especially if you go out there angry I guess you're not. You're just looking for your son, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Just go out there in peace. Don't go out there looking for trouble. If you go out there, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my God. I hope you find your son though. And I hope he's okay. I'm sure he is. I don't know. I just got a feeling about it. But anyway, like I said, Wendy, if you hear this, see this, and there's anything you can do, or if you have any thoughts, let me know, contact me, and hopefully maybe somehow we can get this out to Amarok and try to make some kind of communication or connection here and try to keep people safe. Anyway, thank you for sending me this. Good luck. And, everybody out there, just be safe, be careful what you're doing. Don't go off half-cocked on anything. But I mean, it's been 9 years, so I hope you planned this out very well and you're taking every precaution. But, man, that's all I got for today. Like I said, I wasn't even going to shoot a video, but I had to get this out. This was really important. Now you understand why. So thank you again. You guys have been phenomenal. I just want to say again, the comments that you guys have been sending in are phenomenal. You guys are doing a great job. You're all being so polite, courteous to each other. There's so much information you guys are passing back and forth to each other, and that's what it's all about, is getting this information out there. Like I said, I'm going to be busy all this week, so please forgive me if I fall behind. I'm going to fall behind on some of the comments. I mean, there are so many. It's going to be hard for me to keep up, but I will try. There's a few of you out there that, I had a glance at it. Thank you so much for the things that you've been telling me and saying to me. I really appreciate it. And I'm a little bit thrown right now by this, so I throw out some names and commend you, but I'm just not going to start that right now. But thank you. You know who you are. And we will see you again very soon.